Hey, a very good evening to you traders. This is Mark. Welcome to a daily trading video. Okay, so prior video, rewind back, frustration, annoyance, a cluster of losses. No logic to it, but sometimes you've got to respect the way you're feeling when you're trading and take action. My action was to shut it down on the day. Don't worry about it. Clusters of losses have happened to me hundreds of times before in my career, and they will no doubt happen again. But it's how you deal with them that is important. Anyway, so yesterday I didn't get involved in it. Sorry, Thursday was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to my friends across the pond. Friday, obviously, holiday type day. Monday, looking to get involved in the DAX. Long story short is I was waiting for a specific setup, which was the classical one for me, which is the drive through support, holds and does a final leg. Yes, it's not much. Yes, it's a scalp, but to me it's high probability and I'm pretty good at nailing the turn on that. In the middle of the day, I'm just going to look at it quickly, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. We've got the drive lower, we push back up. I was looking here intently, hoping we're going to drive through and push. We didn't get it, and quite frankly, by lunchtime I got bored. I thought I'm heading off. We actually got it later in the day, and on a 1 minute chart, this is a 5 minute, but on a 1 minute chart, it was exactly what I was after, which was the drive through the low here. You can just see on a 5 minute actually, drive through the low. It consolidated, couldn't really push back up. In fact, you know what? Let's look at it because it's a good little strategy, good little setup. It'll take us 30 seconds to do. Let's go for it. This is what I'm talking about here. So the drive through the low, and get my pen out again. Drives through the low on good volume. Here you go. It starts to creep back up, but look at the parameters you've got here. Number one, let me clear that out of the way. Number one, if you can see, it is taking us 6 to 7 minutes to climb back up what we did in the last 1 minute of the flush lower. That is good information. Plus, we're going up to the break point, another good information. And finally, if you need that trigger, you've got a little uptrend line here, which is going against the grain, so the uptrend there. And you're drawing the line, you're taking a break of that. So there's loads of little signals on this, and to take a nice little trade. Quantify the risk here, look for a drive lower. Yes, loads of people are going to look at this and say this is absolute rubbish. It looks no good. Look at the whole bigger picture here. You're taking scraps. Maybe, but for me, that is high probability. I'm good at spotting it. I like it. It's bread and butter stuff to me. Always looking out for that. The downside is you have to be at the screen. And as I say, about lunchtime, I just got fed up of waiting for it and called it a day. And if I'd have been here, then I like to think I would have nailed that one and would have been a nice little profit. But if you're not there, you're not there. Anyway, moving on to today, a different thesis today. Let's not drag things on too much with this video. But the thesis generally was looking for an outside in trade. So we've already probed lows yesterday, which was Monday. Today, instead of looking for that little squeeze extra, just looking for it to take out a few stops, maybe take out the lows, maybe do some work down here a bit deeper. I didn't know how far it would go, and then look for some sort of strength to buy later on the pullback as opposed to early on. And you know what? I stuck to the plan. I'm pretty pleased that I did that. There's no reason not to. This is what the game's all about. A bit late on the long, but again, I wanted just to see that confirmation. Sometimes when you wait for confirmation, it's not the right thing to do, but to compensate for that, you can use a wider stop, and if that fits in with your trade thesis, then that's fine. So my stop is under this low here. My trade thesis was that we would get a push back up to maybe the midpoint of the prior day, and if I can put a little fib on, approximate fib, so that's going to bring us up to 10,630, 10,640, 10,6, that kind of level, maybe a little bit higher. To be honest, I was looking for a little bit higher than that, but around that sort of zone, the stretch lower, and then maybe get a green day after that red day, as things just calm down a bit, because we're still in this range ultimately. Yes, we poked out of it a little bit, but we haven't gone, absolutely hammering to the lows. We've held the support, so I'm working off that. I'm working for a slightly longer time frame. Anyway. Long story short, long at 77, popped up, watching the tape as we come through the 10,600, watching it, thinking that's the obvious place to take a scale. Yes, it is. Here we go. We're pushing through the 10,600. Loads of nice momentum on it. No reason, actually. And it was a real brutal up candle. It was quite friendly. Sometimes you get these and you go, thank you very much. There's no reason to close it. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And that's exactly what happened here. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Sitting there, broke through my 600, and it's just so strong. I'm just going to be careful. Just wait for your opportunity. Wait for opportunity. One push, second push. Okay, bit cautious now, bit cautious. Okay, driving up here, failing, and I'm out. And, luck, probably a little bit more luck than judgment out of the 19, but to be honest, I would have been out between 11 and 19, because it was the level I was looking for anyway. So half the position off. I'm still holding half now. I've got 5 minutes to go. I'll probably have to take what the market gives me on this. I didn't quite get the full profit target, which was up at the highs here. Looks like it's going to be a 20 tick profit, something like that, 10 or 20 tick profit, maybe 30 ticks. We'll see where it closes. I may hold it and see what the Dow does, because the 430 often changes things. My stop is still under here, but obviously I'm going to tighten it up now. There's no point. I'm not going to make this into a losing trade. So just one trade for me today, half off on that. So 50 tick trade there, exactly 50 ticks off there, and then whatever happens with the second half. So pretty pleased with that. Not my normal thing, but I was just packaging the trade based on the trade thesis I had, which was an outside in move on the DAX. Currencies were the ones to be trading today. I think very, very active. US dollar, yen active. GBP, JPY extremely active. Dow very, very quiet. And we have the Italian election, or referendum, sorry, on Sunday, which is causing a little bit of interesting move in the euro and in the Italian index. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. Maybe do a bit more research, come up with a trade idea or trade plan for Monday, or if we're brave on Friday. But of course, can't manage the risk with that, so I have to be careful. Anyway, had a great trading day today, guys. Take care. Back with another video soon.